Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a work and career reading for Sagittarius from the 20th of August to the 3rd of September 2018. Don't forget to watch your moon and rising sign for a more complete picture. I've put the decks that I'm using in the description box, and for a personal reading I've also put the details in the description box. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if these messages resonate with you. I'm going to just do a general energy read for you, and then I will do the general tarot read after that. Okay, so these are pretty good. It says the first card is an unexpected windfall, so some luck with money coming in with an unexpected windfall. You're in some sort of leadership role at the moment, and it says that you should be acting with power and confidence. So whatever leadership role you're taking, make sure that you're acting with power and confidence. So in the past you've been paying off a lot of debts and you've had a lot of burdens, so it says lighten your load. Make sure that you are taking a break as well and not taking on too many responsibilities. And going into the future, you've got good news coming in and the card of think big. So there's an unexpected windfall, and that might be the good news that is coming in for you. And whatever you get, make sure that you're thinking big and investing it wisely and doing something big with it. So think big. If you've got plans of doing something, make sure that they're not little things. Make sure that you're thinking above and beyond what you would usually do. So some good news coming in, some unexpected windfall. You are in a leadership role. Make sure that you're acting with confidence and authority. And delegate if you have too many burdens or too much of responsibilities going on around you. So that's the general energies. So let's do the general tarot read. I have shuffled this deck. I'm just going to cut it. Let's see what's going on. So the main energies is doing or investigation. So you are working very, very hard at what you're doing. You're very focused on your work, and it's got a lot of fine detail in it. And it probably involves a lot of, this card is investigation, so you're actually going into the nitty-gritty of things, looking at the small finer details of things, and you're spending a lot of time and effort, and spending a lot of time alone on that job. So you're doing it by yourself, and you're being very, very competent at whatever you're doing at this particular moment. So working very hard, very, very focused on your work at this particular moment. You have the main situation is there some sort of choice that needs to be made, and it seems like you are the one that is responsible for whatever is going on. So you seem to be the main leader, and all the responsibilities on your shoulders. People are pointing fingers at you. You are being taking responsibility for whatever is going on. So you are the leader, you're the main person over here, and you have some sort of choice that you have to make, and you have to evaluate the pros and the cons of it, which particular path you need to take, which will get you into where there's not so much of chaos, and which will be the right decision to make. So you are there facing a decision. There might be some sort of legal decision that is coming on around you at this moment, because you've got the judge over here. So some sort of legal decision coming in, and maybe they're considering what they want to do. So maybe that's something that's going on at your work. This woman's clapping, so that means that this whatever happens will go in your favor, whatever the decision is. So maybe you are facing some sort of legal decision. People are going and assessing and evaluating all the facts and they are coming to some sort of conclusion, some sort of decision at this particular moment. There was some sort of crisis in the last year that has left you very depressed and very, very a feeling of loss and a feeling that you're very trapped within a situation. There is a way to get out. There's been somebody there to help you, guide you, support you within it, but you are very, very upset about it. So there's been somebody there. It looks like, you know, you have you're coming across as the Empress card over here in the last 3 months. So whatever projects you're sitting and waiting for it to mature, or you're waiting for it to produce good results. So you've put in a lot of work into whatever project you are, and you're waiting for it to bring back rewards, or you know, it was a very creative project that you were involved in, and it seems like you're now presented it to people, and you're waiting for a feedback from them. Whatever it was, it involved you know, manufacturing something, making something, bringing something into the world. So you've been putting a lot of effort into it, and you've gotten something out of it. Something has been produced that is new, innovative, you know, that is something that can be appreciated by a lot of people. It is something that is not traditional. It is you are not following traditional means of producing this particular thing. You know, it could be anything. It could be an intellectual project, or it could be something really physical that you can touch and feel. But whatever it is, it's something that you've been able to produce rather effectively and cheaply, so that everybody can use, and it's being mass produced by you. Around you, there's a lot of you're feeling very, very overwhelmed by all the things that are going on, and maybe it's this decision or judgment or whatever is going on as far as legalities go. Is making you feel really overwhelmed, and it's taking its emotional toll on you. But that cycle is ending at the moment, so you know you need to get a grip of things and rein in all your emotions, pull them in, and make sure that you're not being so overwhelmed. And you've got the answer, the solution, and you know you might be reacting too emotionally in the situation. But people are seeing you as that leader. You seem to have a lot of fingers being pointed at you, so you are the one that is the most important person within this particular situation that is going on. Even with this card as the Hermit, showing that there's the finger pointing at you, so there's something that you have to take responsibility for, and it's something that is really overwhelming you. You can see these people are also sort of pointing the finger at you, where you are the one that is taking responsibility for whatever is going on. You are an expert at whatever you do. You've got a lot of training in it, and you know you spend a lot of time doing that particular job. You are quite chained to that job, so it's something that takes up your time and keeps you trapped within. And you know you have to take. Maybe you're the owner of a company. Maybe you are the manager of a particular business, or at work. You know you have to be the one that's taking responsibility, and you take your responsibilities very, very seriously, it seems, because you know you work very, very hard. All your time goes into that job, and you've been working at it for a long time, so you're an expert at whatever you do. You have all the experience you need. Around you, people see that you're giving up a lot. You've made a lot of big sacrifices for this particular job, and they are aware of it, that you know you haven't made a lot of financial success out of it, but you definitely made a lot of sacrifices for it. So this card talks about sharing, giving, generosity, and you know so you have been giving a lot more than you've been getting back from this job. And you want to be a good leader. You want to make this, whatever it is, work out, and you want it to be a success. That is your fear, that it's not going to be a success, and that you're aimlessly doing something without finding any direction. So this card is a card of action, and you need to put your emotions aside, and you need to actually be the leader that you are. So the final outcome card is enough, and variance, and science. So you will be self-made. This seems to be a self-made job. This is the Nine of Pentacles on the usual spread, but it's talking that you will manage to break even. So you will make enough money so that you're not poverty-stricken, or you're not, you know, overly, you're not going to be overly wealthy, but just enough so that you can make, you know, make something off this business or whatever you're doing at this moment. So you will be, you are in the middle of the road kind of thing at the moment, where you're making or you will be able to generate enough funds so that you live comfortably. Maybe whatever you started off with is not what you're expecting with this variance card. And, whatever your project is or whatever you wanted to start is, maybe it's not looking the same when you are a bit disappointed with it, that it hasn't reached the heights that you wanted it to. Whatever has come out is not what you had your vision. It's not following that vision that you had in your mind, and you put in a lot of work in it, but your efforts have been a little bit in vain, and you're a bit heartbroken about it. So you got the 6, which is the science card, which says you might have to take a different approach to whatever you're doing. You might have to do a lot more, bring a lot more science within your work. There's a lot of people. You might have to collaborate with people. You might have to network with people and bringing a new point of view to get a new idea to come in and change the way you're doing things. Maybe what you're doing is not as innovative as you thought it was. So whatever you're doing might need to have some sort of science, some sort of newness fed into it. And you might have to collaborate with the world or network with people to get ideas to infuse into this thing that you're doing, or whatever you're doing. You might need to do that in order for you to make it into success. So being a leader, but you're feeling very, very, very overwhelmed because people are asking you to take responsibility, and some sort of decision is pending with regards to this leadership that you have. Lots of fingers are pointing at you. People are blaming you. They might be blaming you for things that you didn't do, and some sort of sacrifice being needed to be made in order for you, or you're sacrificing a lot for this job, and you might need to take a different approach to it with the science card. Something completely different needs to be done in order for you to get out of the situation, because what you thought was going to come out of it has not emerged, and you are not really happy. You're just about breaking even as far as your finances go. So there has not been like a promotion, even though you've been taking so much of responsibility, and right now you are feeling pretty overwhelmed by the whole situation, even though you've been putting so much of effort and hard work into it. So I'm going to just draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot. So you've got the King of Spring, which says financial windfall. Your leadership skills are now needed, an unexpected supporter of your cause. So this is good. You're going to get some sort of money coming in, and you will have to, your leadership skills are needed. So you have been playing leader, or you have been a leader, but they definitely need your leadership skills. So don't throw in the towel just yet. There is an unexpected supporter for your cause. So somebody will be there to help you through. The second one is the 8 of Autumn, which says do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanships, or long-term projects. So a lot more research being needed, and you've got the science card coming in, so you will have to do a lot more research and find your market, find out how you can actually get your message or your product across by finding your market. This also talks about, this one says going back to school, so that might be the going back to some form of education in the form of seminars, maybe back to more skills learning in the form of apprenticeships, or some sort of course that you need to do. And the last one is the 10 of Winter, a resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted from your shoulders, the end of addiction or codependency. So you will get over this with the 10 of Winter, where there is going to be a resolution of difficulties. Sorry about that. There is going to be a resolution of difficulties, and you will get over whatever problems you have. So weight being lifted off your shoulders, maybe this responsibility will be taken off you. You will have somebody coming in. They do need your leadership skills, so don't forget to think and act like a leader. And there is some sort of decision pending. It doesn't seem to have any kind of big impact on the rest of the things, and maybe don't spend too much of time stressing about it. You are being seen as a leader, and therefore you are being given that responsibility. People are seeing you as an expert at what you do. So you might need to just brush up on skills, brush up on some education, and do a bit more research to get the edge over people. I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care now. Goodbye.